Welcome to Pario Magazine, where I chat with individuals who have a desire to create. Today, I'm joined by a US pop rock singer-songwriter who is set to make her way down to Australia for a debut headline tour later this month. Welcome to Pario Magazine, Leah Kate.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So we're here today to chat about your journey through the world of music and the upcoming Australian tour. Before we dive into that, do you want to give our audience a brief little introduction as to who Leah is away from music?
Yeah, Leah is your average girl who, has gone through a lot of shit when it comes to relationships or whatever it may be, and you can probably hear about everything pretty clearly in my songs. Yeah, I write pretty openly and honestly about what I'm going through. You may have heard my song 10 Things I Hate About You, which just pretty much rips this guy apart. And I do that sometimes in songs. That was a really weird introduction of myself that I've never really given before, but it felt right in the moment. It's
Yep.
7 p.m. here in America, so my brain is fried. So I'm just kidding. But yeah. Hey, I'm Leah. Nice to meet you.
Brilliant. So how did you first discover this passion for music and pop rock?
I have been just like been singing and making music since I was super young. I just loved music at such an early age. My parents worked in radio, so I was around so many different genres of music, and I started singing probably as like a 3-year-old. I remember ordering like my first CD and was like, this is what I want to do. And then my brother was like a music producer, and we had a little in-home studio, and we would just make music growing up, starting at like 10 years old. So it was pretty much from before I can remember. Music has just been my whole life. And now here I am.
Brilliant. So who were some of those earliest inspirations and how have those influences changed over the years?
Yeah, for sure. Like like the first CD I ever got, or like when I was like really young, I was like loved like Britney and Christina and Justin Timberlake, and then like started to like people more like Blink 182, Avril, Gwen, Outkast, Madonna. That probably had more influence over my sound now. And so yeah, but I grew up around so many different genres of music, but I'd say those were my favorites growing up.
Okay. So then in terms of the music you make today, you mentioned it's very open, honest, and sort of rips into people at times. Is that the best description you have of it at the moment?
It's very open and honest and empowering. Like everyone always says to me, like, thank you. This is like therapy, and you got me through this breakup, or you like saved me. Like I think I tap into like really relatable things that my fans can relate to, but find unique ways of expressing it in very honest delivery lyrically. I find that like yeah, I like to just write about my experiences. Yeah, so the lyrics are very in your face and honest, brutally honest, but in a way that like empowers you to become stronger and go get what you want and not be afraid.
Is that like the goal when you're writing a song to be empowering for people, or is it more just I want to do this as therapy for myself?
It starts as therapy for myself, but I like to ideally, if it can heal other people, then I've done my job.
Okay. And you've showcased this particular style and sound on your new EP, Alive and Unwell. What was the inspiration and story behind this EP?
Just like making light of the fact that your life isn't always going to be perfect. Like I lived my biggest dreams this year, but also hit my lowest of lows. So it's okay to like, not be okay sometimes, and just kind of highlight that, and not, just like make light of it and know that it's okay to not always be perfectly okay. And we all hit our lows, and, just to continue on.
Okay. Yeah. Especially in this like social media time
Yeah.
where we only ever put the highlights up, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Which makes it not easy.
And do you have a favorite song on the EP?
My favorite song is Hot All the Time. It just like really sums up everything I wanted to say. Like, I think in a lot of these songs are about relationships and, wanting someone to come back or whatever it might be. And like, just like this song Hot All the Time is about wanting to feel hot so someone misses you or comes back. but it's done in a way that's like empowering to make you feel great in your own skin and confident and like, be strong. And it's so different. It feels different than all my other music. I love it. I think it's the most relatable feeling in the world, but said in a very special way. And the lyrics and melodies are so cool. And that's my favorite, I would say.
Okay. And as we mentioned in the intro, you're making your way down to Australia for a headline tour later this month. How are you feeling
Oh
ahead of the
yeah.
tour?
I'm so excited. My song 10 Things I Hate About You, I know was like really big in Australia. And I feel like my TikTok comment section has always been like, come to Australia. So I'm so excited. I've never really been. And I'm stoked. It's going to be summer. I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet like my Australian listeners. I'm so excited.
And as part of this tour, you've got 2 solo shows, the Lansdowne in Sydney, the Evelyn Hotel in Melbourne on December 14 and 16. What can people expect from those shows?
The whole new EP, a lot of storytelling because I love to tell what my songs are about. Sometimes I like to hop in the crowd and sing with everyone. Expect a wild time where you'll be walking out so happy you came.
Fantastic. And then you're also at the TikTok For You Fest on the 15th of December. Will that
Yep.
be a slightly different vibe for that show?
It will, because I'll be performing a new song. I did a cover of Kylie Minogue, Can't Get You Out of My Head, and it's coming out soon. And I will be performing it at the performance. So, yeah.
Very nice. Nice little Australian influence there.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And then before we close out the interview, I thought we'd do a couple of fun questions. What are you most excited to see in Australia?
I'm excited to go to like Bondi Beach.
Okay.
I've heard good things about that.
Yep. Hopefully the weather's better than it is at the moment, because it's
Yeah,
pouring down rain today.
Oh no.
And then are you planning to try some Vegemite while you're here?
Yeah, duh. I should, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. I will.
And obviously you've got a big flight to get here. Do you have a list of movies ready to watch, or if so, what are they?
God, usually on flights I just sleep the whole time because I just prefer it. So I'll be sleeping.
That's a smarter choice.
Yeah. Just make the time go by quicker.
Yep. And get here refreshed, ready to go and kick these shows off.
For sure.
Alrighty. Looking ahead, what is on the horizon for 2023 and next year?
A bunch of new music, a new era. It's such great music, collaborations, tours, merch, brands, all of it. It's going to be a fun year.
Brilliant. So finally, where is the
Hopefully an
best?
album.
Pardon?
Hopefully an album.
Very nice. We'll be keeping an eye out for that. So where would be the best place for people to support you, track this creative journey, and see all these upcoming announcements?
On Instagram, I'm at Leah. On TikTok, Leah Kate Music. Spotify, Leah Kate. YouTube, Leah Kate Music. And yeah, I think those are the main platforms.
That's a good bonus, getting at Leah on Instagram.
Oh yeah, it's a big one.
Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me, and good luck with the tour, the EP, and the future.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.